Hello and welcome to Fire Emblem Network Podcast, Episode 5.
We're back!
We're back, and
We're not dead.
yeah, exactly. We're kind of just busy with our other podcast, SMT, episode number 7, which you guys should check out. It talks about Tokusatsu in SMT, and if you guys don't know what Tokusatsu is, Google it. We're probably gonna do the same thing for Fire Emblem. I have to do some research on what actual references are made, but we'll save that for our next podcast. But anyway,
Except for Marcus, because Marcus is just dead. Marcus is
Marcus is just
Marcus
dead.
is dead.
I don't really know when he's gonna come on. Whenever we try to record, he'll just come on and be like, "Oh hey, yeah, I want to record." I was like, "Oh hey, yeah, I'm feeling tired. Bye." And then I was like, "What the like you've been on for like an hour, like just waiting for us. Like I'm waiting for Patrick to come on, and then he's like, yo, just stay. And he's like, no, I need to leave. And I'm like, bruh. Anyways, whatever. Besides the fact he's not coming on, we have Terrence here. Say hi,
Hey.
Terrence. Terrence is one of our members in the Fire Emblem Network group. So yeah, he's been actively posting some content sometimes, dank
Yep.
memes and whatnot. Yeah, so he's got a story to share with us. But we'll get we'll get to that.
Oh boy!
We'll get to that sooner or later in the cast. So otherwise,
If I remember to edit it in self, who's listening to this, put in like transition music, and then have something like Terrence story time or story time with Terrence.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah, story time with Terrence. You guys leave whatever in the comments or just shoot us a tweet at SMT Amala Network. You can find us on Twitter. That's our new Twitter account. I didn't want to make one for the Fire Emblem Network because I kind of felt that was redundant, and we kind of just use the same at name for Twitter, so there's not really a point to making another Twitter account for that. So anyways, let's get on with the news. Okay, I sounded like fucking Keemstar for a second there. Anyways, yeah,
Killer Keems.
please.
Let's get right into the
Jeez. Okay, so yeah, today we're going to talk about Vistaria Saga. Vistaria Saga, if you haven't been familiar, it's a game that the original Fire Emblem creator Kaga,
Shozo.
Shozo Kaga, he honestly, this guy is pitching a free game to us, a free game that plays, I think, almost similar to Thracia and Genoa. Right? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, basically free game, and you can play part 1 of it starting from September 5th. Actually, September 5th was the release date for Vistaria Saga Part 1, and
Yeah, you can get it for free, although it's in Xinjiang's, but you can get it for free.
Yep, it's in the moon room.
How I haven't really tested this game out with Chi-Trans to see if it actually worked. However, once I download the game and see if I can actually translate the script through Chi-Trans, I'll let you guys know.
And just give out your machine translators. If they're so rough, they're not really gonna help you.
They're probably, yeah. You know what? They probably might scrape it. I don't know. It's a PC based game, so I'm actually hyped to try it. I haven't downloaded it yet. I'm probably gonna download it after this, after when we record this. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's looking really good. The only problem is, don't expect any 3D graphics that you're used to in Fates or Awakening. Just expect, sprite based. I'd say close to FP4.
How many people are working on this game? Is it just Kaga?
It was just Kaga.
It's just Kaga,
Okay.
and just it's just him, literally.
Those one-man team games are good. Well, except
in
some
Well,
games.
the real the problem with Vistaria Saga is that Kaga was basically forced to use a really garbage SRPG program.
It's a
Yeah.
budget program in a sense.
It's not good, and it shows. It shows in
Yeah,
Victoria Saga.
because
It's a shame, but
It's
it's
yeah,
what
yeah,
the way
like
it
gotta
is.
do.
he's doing this as a hobby, right?
Yes.
Like, what does he? Not Spry. What does he do for a living?
I don't know, really.
Who knows?
I haven't looked into it. You know what? That probably might be a good topic to talk about on the next podcast. So you guys write
He's
it down.
probably poor and unemployed, and he's putting all his eggs in
I
this
highly
basket.
doubt he's made a lot of money from tiering and God knows what project.
Let's be real.
He's made a
Tiering
lot of money
Saga-
for tiering. No, he hasn't made a lot of
Yeah.
money from tiering, and it cost his company a shit ton of money for the lawsuit. So no, he did not profit a lot. And
Okay, well, I wish.
let's not forget about the the multi-million-dollar lawsuit.
I'm triggered. Man, the guy was great. He would have brought us quality games today, but now he's stuck with a shitty fucking simulator.
It is what it is.
Hashtag blame my ass.
Blame intelligent systems for fucking up the series. Anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, let's, I mean, they haven't entirely fucked it up. Fates is okay, it's just the way, the gameplay wise, it's okay. Everything else is fucking shit. Like, okay, well, I mean, that's another, we're leading on to actually into the next topic. Fates is dying down. Most of, by the time we're pretty much recording it, all the DLC has came out for it. Everybody has had their chance with Fates. The game is actually out here in Europe and in everywhere. So pretty much what do? Like what else can we play? Well, you have the Saga to play. That's a good game to play. Or you could, if you're new to the series and want to try other games, play the Game Boy Advance trilogy.
Yep.
Or
Sharp iffy.
play the duology,
No.
the Kaga duology on the SNES.
Or you can play Super Robot
Wars. Yeah.
Or Langrisser.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Except
Okay, let's talk about how awful Langrisser is. It's worse than Disgaea, and Disgaea is kind of bad.
Let's talk about how
but at least it's not the fucking 3DS one. The 3DS one sucks balls.
It's
let's
awful.
talk about how Tag Sogar was linked together is the best strategy RPG on the PSP.
How about we talk about how Band Presto is the only like decent strategy RPG like devoted company left.
How about we'll leave
Alice
that for
makes some
next
pretty dope strategy
topic.
RPGs.
No, they don't. Devil Survivor is not an SRPG.
Devil Survivor is an SRPG.
No, it's
and
not.
No, not to you, but to me it is, and to me
It's because you're a fucking fedora.
Okay.
Hashtag Killpatrick 2016.
Hashtag tweet that at us at SMT Amala Network. Hashtag Killpatrick. Thank you very much. See how much tweet we get. Anyways, we're probably not gonna get any. Yeah. So Fates is pretty much died down. What other games are there to play in the SRPG genre or in?
There's a lot of SRPGs you can
Yes,
play.
in the Fire Emblem Saga itself, and you got your Kaga games,
Your
Tyrann,
Kaga games.
Berwick, and Vistaria that is newly announced. Vistaria Part 1.
Gaiden.
Yeah, Gaiden, yeah. Y'all better play Gaiden. I still need to play Gaiden though. I've only played a portion of it, not too much. I've touched on it. It's not. It's something I need to get back to. My main focus right now is on SMT games. However, once I get most of them out of the way, I'll make more time for other games that I still need to complete in my backlog. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that topic. Let's move on. Next topic we have is Petra. Or actually, before we get to it, we're probably going to leave that to the last minute, last topic. However, let's touch briefly on the newly announced Fire Emblem games. I think it's games, probably a game. For iOS, Super Mario Run and Animal Crossing, all for iOS. They're all going to be on the Apple Play Store. What are your thoughts? Starting
Are
with,
these going to be on
Uh,
Android?
yeah.
I
No,
have
I
no
don't know.
clue. I have no clue. I think they're gonna remain
Boo, iOS sucks.
Apple exclusive for now, just to see. Probably they're testing the waters with that market. I don't know for sure. However, if they decide, they probably get decide down the line they're gonna port it over to Android to get more sales.
AKA Fallout Shelters 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. So you got that. Personally, in my opinion, I don't know. It depends on the quality of the game. If it's gonna blow up like, I don't think it's gonna blow up like Pokemon Go. The reason why Pokemon Go blow up because it was such a phenomenon. Just because of the name itself, people just ran.
Yeah, brand name recognition really helped Pokemon Go in the early days. Although, like right now, it's slowed down a lot. But
Yeah, it's still kicking. It's still kicking. You still have that fan base going at it every day. When it comes,
There's also Animal Crossing game on the way, right?
yeah, there's also the Animal Crossing game and
I mean,
Super Mario.
personally, I think Animal Crossing Go or whatever you want or whatever it's gonna be called is gonna be a good fit for mobile just because of the game, the way Animal Crossing is.
I
I'm not
see
sure
the
about
game
Fire
actually
Emblem, but
doing way better than Fire Emblem and Mario
That
just because
feel
of
when
the
I
nature of it.
think the Fire Emblem game, the game is probably just gonna be a fucking dating sim. Or like Terrence said in one post, where it's like when a
Yeah.
unit dies in the game that you're playing, the Fire Emblem game, you have to pay for the unit to be revived. That's how they'll make
Yeah.
money. I think that's a pretty good idea that actually
I
hammers the actual player who's actually playing the game. However, I don't think people will buy the Fire Emblem iOS game for sure. It's not gonna blow up as Pokemon Go because it's not really a well-known game. It's not like not I'm not saying it's niche, but it's niche in a regard compared to Pokemon. Uh, not many people are gonna know about Fire Emblem once it comes out on iOS.
yeah.
Something like Pokemon.
Basically the melee effect.
Yeah. When it comes to Super Mario Run, Super Mario Run is obviously probably gonna do better than the two because of brand recognition again. I don't know
Yep.
how it's going to be played. Is it going to be a temple run just with a Mario skin over it?
yeah, it's okay. It's called Mario Run. It's going to be a Temple Run clone.
Well, I don't think it's
Well,
a
that's
genre called like Endless Runner, where it's just fucking how far you can go.
Yeah,
yeah.
How far can you go?
And
like
for
that
Animal Crossing,
game.
yeah, for Animal Crossing, man, it's gonna do whatever. I mean, people who have New Leaf, unless they make it to the point where they connect the apps with the games itself, like the actual counterparts of the games, they'll be good. Yeah, so that's pretty much our take on the iOS games that they've announced. Let's move on to current playthroughs in Sharp FE. Now I know Patrick doesn't have the game, so Terrence, do you have Sharp FE?
No, as I don't have a Wii U yet, and I probably won't have one for a few months.
Okay, alright, okay.
I
Rip
guess
Wii
it's
U.
just gonna be me and Anthony.
Yeah, so let's start with Taylor since I'm really late in the game. I don't know how far you've gotten up to.
I've only gone to the second dungeon because No Man's Sky came out shortly after, and then I kind of put it off to the side for the time being.
No Man's By.
Yep.
So
Uh,
my impressions of the
so
game so far.
Taylor, you are the 1%.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? In regards to No Man's Sky, or in regards to like owning a Wii U?
No, well, in regards to like, the 1% who bought No Man's Sky and didn't return it immediately.
Go to episode 6 of the Amal Network podcast to find out my feelings on No Man's Sky.
Alright. Now,
Or
continue.
not. You can also not do that too.
Okay, well, whatever. Continue.
So my impressions of the game so far are this: I feel like the battle system, it's very Persona 3 and 4 esque, because like there's like elemental weaknesses and shit, and then also because it has like Fire Emblem weapon system, it kind of reminds me of like the Persona weapon system. So I think it makes a good fit. Um, Thematically, like I'm not really feeling the whole idol thing so far, but it is a bit dark just based off what I've played so far of it. I actually really like the music, but again, I think we discussed this a few episodes ago. The one thing that really kills this game for me and took away a lot of momentum for me wanting to play it was the fact that there's no dub.
Yeah,
And I feel like that really, really detracts from the game.
yeah. I would have to agree with you on that. When it comes to dub, and it's a Nintendo game after all, I feel like they should have
Yeah.
invested some fucking asset into the game. It's a Nintendo game. They're using the Fire Emblem IP. Throw on the dub. The dub differentiates the game from the Japanese game itself. It's a unique game in its regard. It's like you're playing something that's made for the audience that they're targeting.
Yeah,
Western Fire Emblem fans and Western Shin Megami Tensei fans. What the hell was what was going on when they were doing the voice casting? Atlas wasn't in charge. Atlas was just in charge of the main development, and Intelligent Systems was like supervising. Nintendo was the big guy above Intelligent Systems and Atlas, telling them, "Oh, make these changes, make that changes, make that whatever." How the hell did did how did it run through Nintendo's eyes that they didn't include a dub? Every
maybe they just
single
had no faith in the game,
it's either
and they
that
didn't want to invest the money.
or
Which is like a self-fulfilling prophecy because I feel like
Was
having
it
it
the was it Xenoblade X? Did it have no dub?
no,
Nope,
Xenoblade
has a dub.
X that has a dub. It has a dub. It's one of the
Ah,
games that actually have a dub.
See, I feel like they didn't have any faith in the game's performance, so they didn't dub it. But ironically, I think not having it dubbed is losing sales,
Yeah,
quite frankly.
because of the way it's marketing. You're marketing it towards a Western audience. Not many people are gonna buy it because, well, it's a foreign dialect. They're not gonna understand shit. I mean, you have the subtitles there, but reading
Like in the
ability.
middle of battle, like there are no subtitles, so
Yeah,
it's
there
like
isn't.
super Japanese heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, like on the flip side, you have to at least be you have to at least be like grateful that the game's out at all. Because back 10 years ago, games wouldn't come out if they weren't dubbed and there was voice acting.
Well, that's not true because like Nis and Cave, not Cave, Spike would like release things not dubbed all the time,
Okay.
and
So
Cave.
yeah. Other than the
Okay,
dub,
like
other,
90% of all game devs would do it. TLDR.
anyways,
But
other
but
than
but no, I mean it's dumb. But whatever. What we
other,
got's what we got.
other than the dub being an issue, what else? What other issues or what else do you like about the game?
I mean, I feel like in regards to the Persona games, because this very much feels like those. Whereas I feel Persona 4 was very regressive. This feels like it's what Persona 4 perhaps should have been in terms of maybe like story and gameplay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there seems to actually be an overarching antagonist, which is
Yeah.
something Persona 4 didn't have.
Yep.
That's kind of
Well,
necessary.
Well, kind of not. Well, I haven't really seen all the story, but kind of not really. I mean,
Um, You see, I haven't played through Persona 4 to actually elaborate on the whole topic of antagonists between the two.
Funny story though, I have. I played through basically all of Persona 4, but the very last dungeon.
So,
I mean, Izanami isn't like. Let's be real here. That's not. She doesn't have like any big relevance on the story of the game.
Yeah.
Neither does Adachi.
okay, here's the thing: Izanami in Persona 4, and I know this for a fact. Izanami in Persona 4 is redundant, but Izanami in Megami Tensei 1 serves more of a purpose than Izanami in Persona 4, and that's saying something. Like, I mean, I've played through the whole game of I struggled, I sweat, I fucking played Megami Tensei 1 till the end. And I can tell you, I shit you not, for an old ass game like that, that tells more of a better story than compared to Persona 4. That is just fan service, pure fan service. I don't care what people say um, about Persona 4. But sorry, just going off topic here.
Robots.
Okay,
Well, that's not necessarily special to Megami Tensei 1 because there are a lot of Famicom RPGs that like actually had engaging stories, like Mother 1 and Sweet Home.
yeah. Um, other than that, like, so
Fire Emblem 1.
that's true. When it comes to the Mirages, what do you think about the Mirages?
Well, I only have seen
But what do you like?
from
Do you like the concept of it? Does it blend with the game?
yeah, I do. I feel like maybe like the skills I've seen for the names aren't immediately coming to me.
Itsuki,
No.
Itsuki,
Toma,
The no.
Tsubasa.
No, the Mirages for
you have
Tsubasa and
You
Toma.
have Crom. You have
Crum, Shida,
Shida,
Kane.
that's what I was thinking. Like,
Oh, okay.
I feel like perhaps early on the skills you get are a bit limiting, but other than that, I think it's okay.
basically, in my opinion, for Sheriff Effie, like I said before, I was really feeling skeptical about this game. I was one of the vocal fans who were like, "Yo, this looks nothing like I wanted," and I bashed it. However, playing through it, I can see it. I can see SMT. I can see Persona. I can see Fire
Yeah,
Emblem.
totally.
Hmm.
It is a crossover game. It is a megaton. It is a Fire Emblem.
It may not have been what we wanted, but it's
all
certainly more playable than Persona 4.
I
Exactly.
can agree to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I fucking stopped at Naoto's dungeon because
I
bored me to
before hundreds of dislikes because I just because we the majority hate Persona 4 here.
but it's okay. I don't really care too much for Persona 4, but that's just me. A lot of people do. I'm not gonna bash you for that. I just here. It's a preference.
I mean, it looks like they're improving with Persona 5.
Yeah, and Persona 5, I shit you not. Once it brings back all the mainline mechanics from Persona 1, SMTF, and whatnot, or whatever reference or whatever they did in
The
Persona.
3 and 4 babies will bitch.
Exactly, and it will be like,
Reminder that this is a Fire Emblem podcast.
well, here, yeah, we're diving off topic, but anyways,
A little too
I'll
far
get
off
back
the
to
deep
this.
end.
yeah. So basically, it's a Fire Emblem game. It's a Mega 10 game. It's a crossover. We definitely need it. Even if it's better than nothing. Mighty Number 9 2K16. Anyways.
TLDR, Sharp FE is a good game. If you have a Wii U, go buy it.
Exactly. Basically, my first moments of the game, I had to switch it up the difficulty. I finished the dungeon on normal, the first dungeon on normal, and I was like, what the fuck, this is too easy. Switch it on hard. I switched it on hard. Everything turns Mega 10 difficulty, and I'm like, oh, this is what I needed. Everything, like, when it comes to RNG, when it comes to mirages, you got the savage mirages that come out at you, and then you're like, oh fuck, right? And sometimes I'll have a crap ton of smoke machines on me, so whenever I fuck up a battle, I can just run away instantly. But yeah, that's I love the whole aspect. It reminds me of mainline grinding in a sense because mainline is really challenging and it's more of a thrill for battle. That's what hard mode is. I can't wait to play Lunatic after when I finish the hard mode.
I don't
Um,
believe there's a lunatic difficulty
I
for Triple
heard I
Fee.
heard there was. I heard there was.
Huh?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard there was a lunatic difficulty after hard. But I'm not too sure about that. Anyways, yeah.
Huh.
Other than gameplay, when it comes to the whole costumes and aesthetic appeal of the whole game, um, it is.
I just put them
fan
in their normal like school costumes
Yeah,
because
I
I just
did.
felt more normal.
I did that for the most part. Armors, in a sense, they don't look bad.
No,
They don't
they're
look
just a
bad
bit over the top
when it
for my
comes.
taste.
Yeah, it has to be over the top because it's an idol game. They have to look flashy. They have to look revealing. They have to look a certain way. When it comes to other costumes, it's more of like fan service to the top. In a sense, it's like okay, if you're modeling, you would wear this shit. That's all that the stuff. When it comes to actual story, it blends a lot of the real life, I'd say, events that idols go through um, with the game, with the story, and it kind of just shows you what idols go through with modeling and making music and shooting videos and all this shit. It's a really stressful job in a sense. So they do touch upon that. When it comes to characters, the thing that bothers me the most, Itsuki, the main protagonist, it's not really the main protagonist of his own story. It's more of like he's kind of just there helping his friends out, but in a sense he's being used. Here's the thing: Tsubasa is more of the main protagonist than Itsuki. When I say that
Yeah.
it's more of like Itsuki is the little bitch dog to her. Like it's just really like, hey, Tsubasa will come up to Itsuki and say, oh hey, can you do this for me? I'm like, you have to agree no matter what because the options say it's either agree or agree. There's no disagree. You can't disagree to agree. Like,
Seriously?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
well, when playing the game, it's like you're forced into this ship that you don't want to be in, right? It's more of
Yeah.
like you're forced to like Tsubasa whether you like it or not, and it's that's something that really bothers me and deteriorates from the fucking story itself because it's all centered around Tsubasa. There's nothing that Itsuki has to himself, and down the line, if that becomes the case when I play all through the scenario.
Well, I mean, except for the very end when Super Saiyan Marth.
Okay, well, there's that spoiler.
Oh,
We're
the
not gonna get
fuck.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoiler: Super Saiyan
Wrap it
Marth.
up.
Okay,
Please.
yes.
Yeah. Other than him
I mean,
getting.
we all know about Super Saiyan Marth, though.
Yeah.
So let's
Well,
not sugarcoat
okay.
things.
Other than the ending, that's only 1% of the game that he actually gets the main as him himself as the main protagonist. He's not the main
Yeah.
protagonist of this game.
Like,
throughout
if
the
if
whole
if
game.
anything, he should have just been a silent protagonist because that's basically what he is.
A semi-protagonist, and Tsubasa would have been the main character. He would have controlled the main character as Tsubasa or whatever.
Well,
Anyways,
no, she is super awesome.
well, I feel like with Tsubasa, she's she's probably one of the first characters that Toei designed. I'm pretty sure. Probably one of the first models they imported into the game. But besides the fact, that's the only thing I don't like. The whole hand service thing, over the top for me. I'm not really like, I'm not too big into it. It's good. It's nice to see the mature concept of things, but when it comes to fan service, it's too much. I feel like there should be a limit when it comes to fan service. However, if that's the main goal of this game is to show fan service, whether what opportunity they get, they can. Um, yeah. So pretty much that's my experience with the game. Other than that, I can't think of anything really that is really striking to me. Other than the characters could be well done. Like it's not they're subpar at best. The characters in general. Um, Barry, even if people say Barry is like literally the best character out of them, like I mean I can agree with that. But when I say subpar, I mean it's mediocre. There's no sugarcoating it. They have pretty bland personalities. If I were to compare Soul Hackers to, I mean, Soul Hackers is a game where Nemissa herself is more of the protagonist than the actual protagonist. However, the protagonist, it that's more. If you wanted to make a game like that, like which is Sharp FE, Tsubasa is more than the protagonist. Follow Soul Hackers, that example of Soul Hackers, because Soul Hackers keeps the personality of both characters going. You will have Hitomi or Namisa asking the main character questions constantly. It's not like
Okay.
the question. It's not like the protagonist is not, falling out of the loop of things.
Sharp FE is akin to Final Fantasy 12, where you think the main character is gonna be Vaughn, but no, it's Penelo.
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, that's the thing. Protagonist falling out of the loop of the game. No. But other than that, good game. Let's move on. I think the next topic is. Oh yeah, Karen's story time.
Oh god, seriously.
Okay, so this segment is pretty much a Fire Emblem cringe. Today Terrence is gonna share us a story.
Oh.
It's time for story time with Terrence. It's time for story time with Terrence.
Okay, today was my fucking fourth day of college, and today happened to be club day, where all the clubs come out, and you fucking sign up for a club. Like there's a chess club, music club, and all that jazz. So two fucking particular clubs I signed up for. First one, I like to call it the Weeboo Club, because that's basically what it is. This Weeboo Club, like their table, was was okay. They had like anime music playing, and there's these people, like they had fucking White Schwartz cards on their table.
Okay, that's pretty cringe.
If you don't know what Y Schwartz is, people, it's this Japanese card game made by a Japanese company for obvious reasons. So you have different anime, manga, light novels, whatnot. The company who makes it, which obtains licenses for the series, and they make cards using art and whatnot. But it's a weed card game.
Yeah.
It's okay, and yeah, it's cringe.
Now for the actual Fire Emblem part. So the other club I joined was like an arts club or something, and I just walked over the table. I saw a character, and it was actually Forrest. You know, Fire Emblem Fates. So I asked, "Is that Forrest?" Oh yeah, that's Forrest. And she said, "Yeah, that's Forrest, and that's Siegbert." But they were drawn fucking gender bent. I was like, oh, no. And probably and two other characters from Shit Takening.
The Mistakening.
That triggered
No,
everybody who's
Shit
listening
Takening.
right now.
No.
So one character drawn from Shit Takening, and other was drawing a character, not Sarja, but a character in Sarja's Dark Mage outfit. And that was all what it took for me to fucking sign up. So
Help.
I'm in two fucking weeaboo clubs,
Yeah.
and I
so-
need to get out.
Okay, Terrence, here's what you need to do. You need to make a suicide vest, go to one of those clubs,
Allahu Akbar.
and then go get your 72 virgins.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
Okay, okay. The
tweet
Japanese
out-
club, Japanese club might be it instead of the arts club now.
Yeah. So pretty much.
Like I said, suicide vest. Make it a thing.
Yeah. Hashtag help Terrence 2016.
Hashtag help Terrence. Help me.
If okay, guys, if any of you are at this at this college that Terrence is at, where this is going on, and you know what this is, send help.
Send help. Bomb the facility that this is being held at. Do whatever to eradicate this.
Eradicate the
Preferably
Guys,
menace.
car-bomb.
Guys, don't give me a fucking trouble, man.
It's okay. They
Don't
don't know your
get you-
last name anyways. But
It's okay. The NSA is already listening to this. We're already flagged.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. Nobody's gonna get in trouble. But anyways,
Except you.
Yeah, probably me. But who cares? I'm brown. I can save all you guys. Anyways, yeah. Terrence, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I haven't been to an anime club. Actually, I was going around checking out. I was actually walking around college today, and I saw the clubs laid out around the university because we share the building with the university.
Oh.
They do have the anime club. However, my friend told me, yeah, you joined first year of his university year. It was absolute shit because everybody had a different taste on what anime they watched, and they would bash you on certain things, and it wasn't really opinion fair. It was more of like they will bash you on your opinion. That doesn't matter what it is. It's either one. If you like a certain anime that somebody doesn't like, they will fucking bash you for it.
If you do not like Bleach and Naruto and Attack on Titan, they will fucking kill you.
Exactly. That's literally what the anime club was. They had the
Who's your nut, nigga?
They had the K-pop club, which my friend signed up for, and I'm like, bro, I'm not signing up for a K-pop club because I don't know shit about K-pop.
Yes.
Was this Jerry that wanted you to do it?
It
You
wasn't
get all the
Jerry.
girls through K-pop club though.
It wasn't Jerry. It was my friend Alex. He's not really into any of the anime or Japanese culture. It's more of a-
Yeah, he's into K-pop.
He's into K-pop.
He wants the Korean chicks.
Yeah, I mean they look aesthetic.
communist chicks,
pleasing,
yo.
So come on, anybody. Anyways, yeah, thanks for sharing that story with us, Terrence. We'll gladly send help.
Yes.
If anything, you guys just tweet out hashtag help Terrence.
Pause.
Yeah.
Hashtag help Terrence.
Hashtag help Terrence at Big Scrub Zelo.
Yeah, exactly.
All caps.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hear more about Terrence's segment, feel free to tweet at us and say, "Oh, hey, I love that guy's story. Get him on the next podcast, man. I want to hear more of that shit." Yeah. So moving on to the final topic of the day. And the final topic, we're gonna be talking about the future of Fire Emblem. So the future of Fire Emblem, where is it gonna go? I mean, we got the iOS ports or the iOS games coming out, but where is it gonna go from here? We're gonna start with Patrick because Patrick seems to know more of Fire Emblem compared to me. And
It's
how
going
we'll
straight to
go-
hell.
I am very, very nervous about where Fire Emblem can go because honestly, I only see it going one of two ways, which is going in Conquest's direction, where we actually focus on good map design and maybe get a good, maybe get a good writer,
And before
and not have
Kelly
intelligent
HD
systems ruin everything that writer does.
And before
Or we
Kelly's
can
HD
go the
collection.
birthright and revelation route, where we ruin everything we know and love and create some of the worst video games that come out in the last 6 years.
And before Talius HD collection.
I'd be completely okay with that too. I would spend all of my yens on that.
Taylor, your thoughts on the future of Fire Emblem?
Talius HD collection or GTFO?
Okay, that sums
It,
it up.
okay, like it's understandable why people want a Telus HD collection because Path of Radiance is like 100 USD and Radiant Dawn's like 70 USD. People do not want to pay like $200 for 2 games. That's completely reasonable, even if
Yes.
they're some of the best RPGs made.
See,
Arguably.
the thing is, Nintendo's been like HD-ifying GameCube and N64 games lately, so this seems like part of a trend that they should follow with these games.
Yeah,
They should because they're good and they really need re-releases.
They do. I have yet to actually play Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn. I know a couple friends have actually played both games, and that's totally fine. I've heard good things about it. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I don't know. I have to play the game to actually form an opinion. But whatever I played when actually emulating the Path of Radiance, it was pretty good for what I played for the most part. So yeah, Terrence, your thoughts on the direction that Fire Emblem is going?
Honestly,
Terrence, don't go caving on us.
okay.
Well, he's dead.
Terrence,
Terrence.
no.
Oh shit! Can you hear me now?
Yes,
We can
you're
hear
back.
you.
Okay, yeah. I would like to see more games like Conquest now. Like
So you want better gameplay?
yes.
Okay.
And because I played Birthright, it was too piss easy.
I mean, yeah, of course.
I mean, I
Birthright-
can like leave the game on auto and just win.
have Ryoma do everything. Anyways,
To be honest, I actually had trouble at the end of Birthright Lunatic because not all of my people like basically I didn't want turtle and the game was forcing me to turtle because I didn't want to grind. So I'd say like Ryoma solo half the rest of the end game.
Oh, the fucking Opera House on Birthright though. That is stupid though.
The
Like-
process is easy as long as you don't try to
Yeah.
attack Garen or you just one.
No. You can get on a Pegasus Knight like Reyna or
Skymilk.
yeah.
If you bring 2 flyers, you can 1-turn it. We
Yes.
know.
That is like stupid. You should not be able to do that.
Personally, I think you should have alternate options for LTCing chapters. I think it's an incentive for LTCers to really go nuts. However, the problem is that these chapters in Birthright and Revelation basically are not implemented well, like Opera House versus Xander versus Endgame Durgan, etc., etc.
Like Xander was too piss easy.
He was
on opposite of Ryoma, where I actually had to use strategy to fucking not get killed.
Ryoma will wait there for 25 turns.
Yes.
Let's not talk about that. But no, TLDR. Fire Emblem needs more quick turn clear options for chapters, just not in the way that Birthright and Revelation implemented them.
All right. So I guess it's my turn to talk about this. So the
Because
future of Fire Emblem. I've started out with Fire Emblem 11 and 12. 11 and 12 were my first games that I ever played in the series. 12 is my favorite because I love the characters. I was forced into buying Awakening, and when I played Awakening, I felt really depressed. In a sense that I've wasted my money on something I could have held off on, I'd say.
But then you get your refund, Anthony?
I decided to keep it just for the sake of collecting.
I almost bought Fire Emblem Awakening back in 2013.
It's nothing really special. I mean,
yeah, basically, I wanted to buy it so I can get free $30.
Yeah, from a guy who's played 11 and 12 and went right into 13, it's more of like what the fuck happened to character development, what the fuck happened to gameplay, because it was so
See,
easy. Like on a hard mode, I could fucking
Oh!
put
I
in a
have one
damn
more
game.
thing to say about Fates, though.
Okay.
The fucking way they implemented children. I mean, what the hell?
That's what you mean.
The dimensional space where time is so
Deep
accelerated.
realm.
Yep.
That's not.
I know it's a deep realm, Patrick. I'm trying to make this sound convoluted as possibly, cause
Yeah.
what else?
Yeah. That's most of the game's design compared to Fates and Awakening, pretty much cringe.
I mean in Awakening, it made sense for the
For
kids
children.
though.
Yeah, I mean it
Yeah.
made a little sense because there was like a time gap and whatnot, that children was born.
Well, not time gap, time travel.
Well, was it? Oh no, never mind. Time travel, whatever the fuck it's called. You see, I don't really give a shit about this game to actually care about its logic and reasoning. Anyways, um, Awakening and Fates. Fates is superior than Awakening. Awakening is trash. Birthright is trash. Revelation is trash. Conquest has good gameplay. Birthright has a better narrative compared to the two.
And Revelation has better online.
Not even. Revelation's dog shit. Anyways, because of Birthright, I mean Birthright, it's a little bit easier and to get resources.
Well, in Revelations, you could probably build the perfect team though.
I mean, in Revelations,
Nobody cares about PvP.
Like, yeah, I don't even care about PvP that much anymore. I mean, it used to be a big deal.
I only like the online feature. I want to have them implement a more feature where you can invade people's castles while they're playing, and they have a chance to defend themselves actively.
So like with MGS5 and Mother Base.
Yes.
Yeah. So pretty much the future I see for it right now, they're gonna continue down this path. They know fans are gonna eat it up. It's the same thing with not really per se with Persona fans, but they're the same type of personality. They expect something.
Waifu sim.
If you
They
keep
are
the same thing going, they'll eat it up no matter what. Because if it's the same, it's like Call of Duty, in a sense. It's a shooter.
But
they change
Call
it
of
up
Duty
every,
is
they change it up they change it up every time. That's what Fire Emblem's gonna go. They're gonna keep the one thing, which is a dating sim, and change it up every time. That's literally how Fire Emblem's gonna go. And that's the sad truth, because we're probably not gonna see any good releases from them. If they decide to do things like Conquest again, in a different nature or different form, that's what I see for the Fire Emblem future. When it comes to the fan base will eat it up regardless. They'll still make their money. It doesn't matter what you throw at them; they're gonna take it. But other than that, like I said, the quality games before. I mean, if it weren't for Kaga, then we wouldn't have any quality games that we look up today. Like, we wouldn't have Fire Emblem 11, 12, we wouldn't have the GBA games, we wouldn't have the FE4 and FE5 or FE3. Doesn't matter. Like, he's been there, he's made those games, they're pretty good. Everybody, like, whoever had enjoyed them during the times, even with the broken translation patch or not, they're still good games. They're probably not going to even see the light of day couple releases down the road. So it's a sad truth, but we as Fire Emblem fans need to accept that's that they're taking. But I would love to see more crossovers with Fire Emblem franchise. I feel like it will open more bridges to more spin-off series and games and whatnot, Fire Emblem Dynasty Warrior type game, or maybe let's say crossing over a different RPG, taking a different.
I would love to see Dynasty Warrior Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I would love to see one too. I'm pretty fond about those games. They're pretty fun. But yeah, like I said, Fire Emblem can try different things and still remain okay. Um, as for the main SRPG series, I don't see it changing at all unless they decide to remake a certain game in the series or do something else and keep the one being consistent. Personally, I would love them to drop the dating system thing, or make it at least somewhat strategic as to not why it's broken. Get rid of PvP. You don't need that shit in Fire Emblem games. The online sharing, you can probably share items, craft items, and whatnot. Make unique different weapons. Change up the system a little bit. Don't make it so broken per se. Make it strategic, more like strategic with your items. You drop like them dropping the what is it?
Weapon durability.
The weapon durability. That was fucking messed up. I mean, in a sense, it's okay for conquest, but
Okay, the way it was implemented in Fates works well, like with that weapon durability because of how many
however,
enemy units appear. However, it's definitely odd.
It is odd,
It feels weird, and I understand that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm used to weapon durability. It's something I love.
I never understand the durability of tomes though.
It adds
Yeah, I
more.
agree.
It adds more strategy to the game.
I mean, how?
Okay, well, if anything, for durability with tomes, is that you basically just rip pages out. That's the way I imagine it. Like the pages disappear when you use.
I remember a comic where fucking one of the guys asked how to use tomes, then they just fucking set the tomes on fire and just throw it out the enemy and just stomp the tome out.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so pretty much, that's what I think on the future of Fire Emblem. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much I could say about the whole future. Really, I mean, it's already been set in stone the way things are going. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you guys had a fun time listening to us rant about Fire Emblem. Enjoyed Terrence's story and listened to Patrick. What was he bashing again? I don't know.
Persona 4.
Hashtag Kill Patrick 2016.
Get to beam!
Anyways, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
We're back, baby.
Alright, I think we can wrap that up.